into the night.
Real country variety, 100.1 and 1140 AM KXRB. That's Summer from Garth Brooks. Speaking about Garth Brooks, he'll be performing on Facebook Live tonight at 6 o'clock our time with his wife, Trisha Yearwood. Check out all the details at KXRB.com. 38 degrees in Sioux Falls. Andy and Christine in the morning. And we have a very special guest joining us. She is one of the weekday nightly anchors for Dakota News Now. Kelsey Passel, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. These are your very typical hours, and these are not mine. So.
I know. It's kind of different. Well, we appreciate you waking up with us.
Yeah, no problem. Doing my best here because these last couple weeks have just been pretty crazy.
Yeah, it has been. Let's just get right down to it. There have been a lot of new developments with COVID-19 over the past weekend, especially with Governor Kristi Noem releasing those new developments late yesterday morning. Can you provide just a rundown of these updates for our listeners?
Yeah, so Governor Noem talked yesterday about how there are now 21 positive cases of COVID-19 in South Dakota after more cases in Beadle County and one in Brown County as well. So she talked about that last week, how her prediction was that the number of positive cases was going to go up, and that is the case. It went from 14 to 21 after she talked yesterday, making that announcement yesterday. She's expected to talk again at 9 a.m., so just minutes from now, with another update on COVID-19. So we'll see what comes from that. But the biggest update is that the positive cases have gone from 14 to 21. And she talked about how Beadle County is on the verge of community spread, of this being community spread. And I've already seen that cities like Huron has made the decision to close dine-in operations at bars and restaurants. So we've seen that happen in, Minnesota, and now we're seeing communities. Now we're seeing a community in South Dakota make that decision as well, and in our particular coverage area.
We've been talking a lot about how COVID-19, this whole situation is very fluid. We keep on getting that new information on a daily, weekly basis even. And I know that Dakota News Now has been talking a lot with public health officials over the last couple of weeks. Can you talk about the biggest takeaways that people can do in order to prevent the spread?
Yeah, I think what I'm just hearing the most of, the really important things that I'm hearing from public health officials when we talk to them is stay home, take social distancing seriously, do what you can there, and, wash your hands when you can. It's pretty simple. I think they've tried to keep this pretty simple for people. And so these are hopefully things that people can adhere to. I think that the biggest thing seems to be the social distancing. You're seeing that a lot around the community, how all of a sudden areas that are, normally really busy with people on a weekend or something like that, now it's pretty sparse, but I think people are taking it seriously, and hopefully that does some good. But those seem to be just the biggest things we keep hearing from public health officials.
That's exactly right. And if you're just joining us, Kelsie Passlot from Dakota News Now is on the line with us at KXRB and talking about that importance of social distancing, just emphasizing that. What are some steps that Dakota News Now is taking in order to follow these safety protocols?
Yeah, so the biggest thing at a news station, the biggest things are the fact that we have a newsroom where there are many people in one newsroom. And there are always people throughout the day in our newsroom, employees. And the other thing is the fact that we share all share so much of the same equipment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have one desk, we have one studio desk where anchors are out. We've got iPads that everybody uses, cameras, computers, stuff like that. So we're taking measures to limit the number of people who are in the newsroom at a given time. We have some people who are working from home throughout this. Thank goodness for technology and the internet.
Absolutely.
I don't know how we would be able to do any of this without it. But we have been able to put on newscasts while people work from home. They edit their news stories from home, and they send it to, you know, the producers who are still back in the newsroom. And then as far as equipment and sharing equipment, things like that, things that are at the station, I've seen a lot of people, you know, step it up to just try and disinfect their work areas when they start working there and then when they're done working there.
All right, Kelsey. All right, Kelsey, before we wrap it up here, I know that Dakota News Now is always updating their website and whatnot. So where can people go? What is that website that people can go to in order to keep up on the latest with COVID-19?
Yep, that would be dakotanewsnow.com or the Dakota News Now app, which you can get in your app store on your smartphone, smart devices.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Kelsey.
Yeah, thank you, Christine.
All right, Kelsey Passel with Dakota News Now. We will be back after a few messages. Chris Young is just on the way.
Tony Hine.